Hey folks, Dan here. We are about a half hour before market close on Thursday, March 4th, and wanted to jump in. It's been a wild day. Powell's speech started to tank the market earlier today, and I thought, even though we're going to focus on Palantir, CCIV, and GameStop in this video, I should mention that I put out two videos last night that seem pretty timely. One is focused on the NASDAQ and the crash that people have sort of been fearing, and that's led to a lot of instability, especially with growth stocks. A lot of them dropping by 30 to 45, 50%. And then and so I'll link that above, and then also one about what to trade when there's like increased volatility or fear or panicking in the market. And so let's start by just taking a quick look at QQQ, which tracks the NASDAQ. In my video last night, I had said this yellow box is what we want to be cautious with. So if we break and hold below the yellow box, there's a good chance we're going to head into that red box, and you can see the price zones there that they are aligned with. And if we get into that red box, that's just real trouble for us. My biggest fear is that we fall to that white box, and the video explains why. Obviously, the blue lines up above, the price action indicate areas that we could move up and establish a support and use as a jumping off point to get back on a bull run. So not great right now. We're sitting at the bottom of this yellow box, and I think it's really important that we hold that and we don't end up underneath it in the coming days. And it's going to be kind of tough if that's the case, but we'll see what happens. If that does happen, look at the other video too. I'll link above. This is an example. I go through 5 tickers there that you can pay attention to when the markets are crashing. This one in particular inverses the NASDAQ. So SQQQ goes up when the NASDAQ is going down. And so you'll see today it obviously had quite a bullish day. And so these are things that if you are trading and you're not doing everything in your account as long-term investing, I would say it's worthwhile to try to find ways that don't take big losses on certain days. Don't take big losses over the course of weeks or even months. Find different strategies. Build your toolbox so that you have places to go to when the market is in a downturn, and you can still make money while the market is crashing or falling or dipping or whatever is happening. So I won't belabor those. Let's get into our tickers for today. If you enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot, and I really appreciate it. And here is Palantir. So I'm still in Palantir. I got stop loss out of a few things today, which I'll talk about, but Palantir is not one of them. I did notice something that I think you should be paying attention to in the chart. So there's a few things that just as a general rule make sense in trading. And one of them is if you hit a double bottom, it's often a bullish sign, especially if the most recent candlestick is green. I guess that would almost always be the case, but if it's green and it stretches above the height of the previous red candle. So you see that Palantir, this is the 5-minute chart, very much adheres to that. This green candle didn't stretch up above this red, but it was still a double bottom. So I think as you see double bottoms developing in Palantir, you should pay attention to them and know, okay, there's a good chance that we're going to get a push off of this right now. This box up here, this is the first time I noticed it on Palantir actually, I was doing a live stream today. We're doing some live charting, and this developed right at the end of the live stream. And I had drawn this box and I said, hey, everything's looking great on Palantir right now, but this just like triple or quadruple topped, and so be careful. And you'll see after that, it went through this deep sell-off, and it hit even more double and triple and quadruple tops on the way down. So Palantir, as you're trading it, again, I do think we're headed back to 30 soon. I think there's a lot of momentum in this stock, and it's coming back. But as you're looking for good entry and exit points, pay extra attention to double bottoms and double tops on Palantir, because it seems to be really a prime example of how impactful those candlestick setups can be and how you can predict the price action based off of them. So that would be my suggestion with Palantir. If you do want to zoom out for a sec, here's where we are right now. This is on the 30-minute. We're looking to establish over this 24.28, which would be a great sign. I do think then we're going to move into this like consolidation zone that we've been talking about in the previous videos, 26 to 27. And so it'll probably waffle around there a little bit. I don't think it'll be a huge area of resistance. I think it'll just sort of like hang out and get stuck there for a little bit. But then I think it has a pretty clear path into the 30s. I don't think there's a ton of friction between like that 26, 27 range and 30. So I don't expect wild bounces there. I expect a pretty clean run. All right, CCIV. I get a lot of questions about CCIV, which is interesting. I have a position still in CCIV. This morning I had said, basically we want to be in this box. If we can establish ourselves up above this box, that's going to be sort of our key to getting back to 30 as well. What you'll see here is when this candlestick stretched through the box, and then when it tried to establish, it kept getting topped out. So here, CCIV hit its double top pretty close to like a quadruple top or more, and it got pushed down really hard. But it keeps getting drawn back to this box. That's a really good sign. I would like to see that the next low does not come down to this area, because this low was lower than this low. And so I'd like to see that we're sort of reversing the trend as far as that goes for now. And that's but the primary thing is if it can establish this like 24.33 as support, we should be looking to push up to 26 here, establish that as support, and then we have a nice run all the way up to 30. So it'll be a good like $4 jump in the stock price there to get us back to like a reasonable level for this stock. I think that this beatdown is quite unwarranted, to be honest. So I think we'll do okay. A lot of stuff at this point is going to depend on what goes on with the market as a whole, because there is a lot of jitteriness and uncertainty about what's going to happen. GameStop. I feel like major broken record, but I feel like validated at the same time. So let me just say what I've been saying for the past week is GME has this enormous cushion of support. So if you're worried about it falling back down to 80 or 40, that's not just immediately going to happen. You will see it coming from a mile away, because there's so many support zones that it'll be hitting, and it'll be turning 117 from support into resistance, and it'll fall to 112, and it'll turn that from support into resistance. The same thing will happen to 110 and 107, and at that point you should be like, okay, like something is not, like it's having a hard time catching itself here. And it keeps trying to push up to this 143.89. You see it here, and you see it here. It couldn't hold it, and we're making a push back toward it again. But to me, this is all bullish sentiment around this stock right now. And if we can establish over that 143, 144, then we get to 156. And again, broken record, but the same thing I've been saying is I think that GameStop will see $200 a share before it gets back down to $80 a share. Okay, so that is my take on it at the moment. That has not changed. This chart has been intact for a week now, and with a stock of this like volatility potential, I'm pretty proud of that. So those are my thoughts on those tickers and on the market as a whole. Good luck out there. Stay strong. Follow me on Twitter if you want more frequent updates. If you do subscribe to the channel, then you'll see when I go live, and we'll do some live charting during the day, so you can see. I wanted folks to see what it's like when you're doing charting in a live situation, because that's how you would actually trade, right? So it's sort of like these videos are great, but it's very pat on the back, but these videos are great. But no, hopefully these videos are helpful, but I would like people to be able to see like how to make some of these decisions in real time, which is the goal of doing some live streams. So we'll see how they go. In any case, have a good Thursday, Friday, and then a good weekend if I don't see you before then. But there'll be more videos coming out, and I will see you in the next one.